pavement. I raised my hand in slow motion, but the child stopped safely on the curb and waited as the car drove past. It pulled into the driveway, the gravel crunching familiarly, followed by a door thudding closed. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see Felicity striding over from her house next door to intercept Tom. I noticed him glance across to our window, and I retreated into the shadow of the curtain. Felicity was talking at him, her hands illustrating every word. He reached out and stroked her arm, saying words I couldn't hear. He looked around again. When he pulled her into an embrace, I turned away from the window. Minutes later, the key scraped in the lock, and the door opened with a draught of warm air. I was now sitting in the kitchen, a cup of tea in front of me, and I could picture him following his usual routine. Briefcase under the side table, keys clattering into the bowl, jacket shrugged off and thrown over the banister. I'd watched him do this nearly every day for the last 13 years, most of that time from the hallway, where I would stand ready to greet him with affection. But things had changed. He tugged on his tie as he came to find me. "Hey, you." "Hi." He planted a brief kiss on my cheek, his hand hovering unsure over my head. "How are you? How was your day?" I shrugged. "Okay. You? How was the hospital?" I tried to sound less weary than I felt. He shrugged and lowered his eyes. "No change." I watched him as he went through the post, pausing at the letter from the lawyer but not opening it. Instead, he waved it at me. "I spoke to them today. They have a date for the court case. It's soon, end of October." My silence spoke volumes. He sighed. "Why don't I make us some dinner? Then I have some work to catch up on, some phone calls to make." "Sure, thanks." "Go and relax in the lounge. I'll bring it through for you on a tray." This had quickly become our new evening routine. The next morning, after Tom left for work, I forced myself to get dressed. Felicity was right. Grace would need new school shoes. I moved on autopilot, not caring what I was wearing, but at the same time hoping I wouldn't see anyone I knew. I went to grab my car keys from the bowl, then thought twice about it. Grabbing my handbag, I reached for the door handle and pulled it open, squinting in the bright sunshine. It was a simple task to put one foot in front of the other and leave the house, but I felt like an invisible hand was holding me back. School shoes, played on repeat in my head. By the time I reached the shoe shop on the high street, my hands were gripping my handbag so tightly that the straps were cutting into my fingers. The shop was full of vibrant children and harassed mothers. I stared steadfastly in front of me, cut through the noise, and approached an assistant who was wandering around with a clipboard. "I need to buy school shoes." "Yes, of course. Please take a ticket from the dispenser and we will get to you when they call your number. We'll measure your child's feet first, then see what style suits best." She turned away, but I seized her arm a little too aggressively. "I don't need her feet measured." The woman frowned at me, then smiled tightly. "In order to get the best fit possible, we advise measuring your child's feet. Have them take a seat and I'll get you a number." "She's not here." I was still gripping her arm. "We really need her here to fit the shoes correctly. It's against our policy to sell you shoes without a proper fitting. Perhaps you can come back when she is with you." "You don't understand. I need to get the shoes today. I know her size. She's a 13G. That's what she was the last time anyway, and her feet haven't grown." My voice caught in my throat. The sales assistant took a step away from me, then gently removed my hand from her arm. "Perhaps you should come back when it is quieter. It's very